Imagine this. It's bedtime. The day has come to an end, and you're about to fall asleep. But before you drift into the peaceful arms of rest, you say one simple sentence. Just one. Now picture waking up the next morning feeling lighter, clearer, and more at ease than you've felt in days, maybe even weeks. What if I told you that saying this one sentence every night before you sleep could completely shift the way you feel when you wake up? What if that sentence is the key to unlocking peace, relaxation, and trust, guiding you into a more restful sleep and a brighter day ahead? You might be surprised at how much power this small act has. This is something so simple, yet so profound. You don't need complicated rituals or difficult exercises. Just one small sentence said with intention before bed can shift your mindset, calm your thoughts, and set your entire being up for a peaceful sleep. It's not about pushing or forcing anything. It's about gently releasing control and trusting the process, trusting that everything will unfold in its own time. The best part? This practice can be done by anyone, anywhere. No special equipment, no long lists of steps, and no need for expert knowledge. Just you, your breath, and your heart. It's truly a practice that anyone can incorporate into their routine, and the results are often surprising. So, before you settle down to sleep tonight, remember, the words you say, even the smallest ones, can have a big impact on your life. Let's dive deeper into what happens when you say this powerful line before bed. Have you ever noticed how your thoughts before bed affect how you feel when you wake up? If you go to sleep feeling anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, it's likely that those feelings will follow you into your dreams. Your mind doesn't just shut off when you fall asleep. It continues to work, processing everything from the day and even your future worries. That's why it's so important to choose what you feed your mind right before sleep. If you're not careful, you might wake up the next morning still carrying the weight of those worries with you. But here's the thing. If you choose to go to bed with trust instead of fear, you open yourself up to a new kind of peace. When you say the right words, you create space for your mind to relax, to release the control you've been holding on to, and to trust that things will unfold exactly as they should. This isn't just a hopeful wish. This is how your mind and body work together to bring calm and clarity into your life. You see, when you allow yourself to trust the flow of life, it's like letting go of a heavy burden that you didn't even know you were carrying. By letting go of the need to control every outcome, you're allowing yourself to sleep peacefully, knowing that you don't have to figure everything out right now. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about surrendering and letting life take its natural course. Imagine how much more peaceful your nights would be if you simply allowed yourself to rest in the belief that everything will work out in the end. By making the choice to trust, you open yourself up to a deeper, more restful sleep, and in turn, a more vibrant morning. The stakes are high because the way you sleep directly influences how you feel the next day. If you let stress and worry dominate your thoughts, it's likely you'll wake up feeling drained and anxious. But when you choose peace, trust, and surrender right before bed, you give yourself the gift of a more peaceful mind and a clearer heart. The benefits of this are far-reaching. A good night's sleep doesn't just restore your energy, it also helps you approach life's challenges with a calm and open heart. Before you say that powerful sentence, it's important to create the right environment for it to take root. The body and mind need to be in a calm state for the words to truly have an impact. This is why setting the mood before bedtime is crucial. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Are you tense? Is your mind racing with thoughts of the day? Are you worried about what tomorrow will bring? If you find yourself carrying these kinds of thoughts, it's time to gently let them go. Start by taking a deep breath in, slowly filling your lungs with air. Hold it for just a second, and then release it gently, allowing any tension in your body to melt away. Do this a few times, allowing your body to relax with each exhale. As you breathe out, imagine letting go of the stress, the worries, and the fears that you've been holding on to. Each breath should feel like a release, a softening, a quiet invitation for peace to enter your body. Next, focus on your physical body. Where are you holding tension? Maybe it's in your shoulders, your jaw, or your chest. These areas are common places where stress likes to hang out. Gently, without rushing, focus on releasing tension in these areas. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, and allow your chest to expand with each breath. As you do this, you'll notice how your body begins to relax, making it easier to drift into a peaceful sleep. It's important to allow yourself this time to unwind and prepare your body and mind for rest. If your mind is still busy with thoughts, it can be hard for the words you say before bed to truly have an effect. So take your time to settle into a peaceful state. Give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to let go of any thoughts that might be weighing you down. Creating this space of calm and relaxation sets the stage for the powerful practice of saying that one simple sentence before sleep. This process is not about rushing or forcing anything. It's about allowing yourself the time and space to fully unwind and trust that when you're ready, your words will carry the peace and trust you've cultivated during these few moments of relaxation. The more you make this a habit, the more natural it will feel, and the easier it will become to enter a restful sleep with a heart full of trust. The sentence is simple, but it carries a deep message. The words are, I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Say it slowly, not like you're reading a line on a screen, but like you are placing a gentle hand on your own heart. Let the words land inside you. Let them mean something. Let them feel real, even if a part of you is still unsure, because you don't need perfect faith for this to work. You only need willingness, a soft willingness to stop fighting for a moment. Say it again quietly. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Notice what happens in your body when you say it. Maybe your shoulders drop a little. Maybe your face softens. Maybe your breathing becomes slower without you even trying. That's not a coincidence. Those words are not just sounds. They carry a message to your mind, your nervous system, and your heart. They tell your whole inner world, it's safe to rest now. It's safe to stop holding everything up. This sentence is not pretending that life is always easy. It is not denying your problems. It is not saying you should ignore your feelings. It is simply choosing a new place to stand. Instead of standing in panic, you stand in trust. Instead of standing in fear, you stand in peace. It is a small decision that has a big effect because it changes what you carry into sleep. When you say this before bed, you are doing something powerful. You are placing your worries down for the night. You are telling your mind, we don't have to solve everything right now. You are telling your heart, you don't have to carry the weight of every outcome. And you are telling life itself, I am open. I am willing. I am ready to be guided. That is why this line matters. It is a doorway. So don't rush it. Say it as many times as you need. Some nights, once is enough. Other nights, you might want to say it 3 times, or 5 times, or 10 times. Not because you are trying to force something to happen, but because repetition is soothing. It's like rocking a baby to sleep. The baby isn't convinced by one word. The baby relaxes through steady comfort. Your mind is the same way. Your heart is the same way. You are allowed to be gentle with yourself. There is also a hidden power in saying, "for my highest good," because it takes the pressure off your need to control the exact shape of the outcome. You may want something to happen a certain way. You may have a plan. You may be attached to a timeline. But highest good is wider than your plan. It includes what you don't see yet. It includes what you can't predict. It includes the truth that maybe life is working for you in ways you can't understand right now. And that is exactly why trust is needed. Trust is what lets you rest, even without full proof. You might feel a part of you push back. You might think, but what if it doesn't work out? That's okay. You don't have to argue with your mind. You don't have to fight that thought. Just return to the sentence, return to the feeling, return to the choice. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let that be your final message to yourself before you sleep. Let it be the last taste in your mind. Let it be the last touch on your heart. Because what you plant at night, you often wake up with. And this line is a seed of peace. Right before sleep, your mind becomes softer. It becomes less guarded. It becomes more open. This is why bedtime is such a powerful moment. During the day, your mind is busy. It's jumping from task to task. It's thinking about people, messages, work, money, plans, and problems. But at night, the noise begins to quiet down. The world gets still. Your body gets heavy. Your eyes want to close, and your mind becomes like quiet soil. Whatever you place into that soil is more likely to sink in. That's why what you say before bed matters so much. Because your last thoughts are not just thoughts. They shape your mood. They shape your body. They shape what you carry into sleep. If your last thoughts are fear-based, your body stays on alert. Even if you do fall asleep, it might not be deep rest. It might be a restless sleep. You might wake up tired, even after many hours in bed, because your system never fully relaxed. But when your last words are full of trust, something changes. The body hears trust as safety. The mind hears trust as relief. The heart hears trust as comfort. And when your inner world feels safe, it can finally rest. Real rest is not just closing your eyes. Real rest is letting your whole being stop bracing for impact. Real rest is releasing the belief that you must stay tense to stay protected. That is what this sentence does. It gives your system permission to stand down. It tells the part of you that is always watching, always planning, always worrying, you can rest now. And that part might not want to rest at first because it thinks control equals safety. For many people, control feels like protection. If you control everything, nothing can surprise you. If you think through every problem, you can avoid pain. If you worry enough, maybe you can stop bad things from happening. That's what the mind thinks. But the truth is, worry doesn't protect you. It only drains you. This is why the sentence is built the way it is. It begins with, I relax, because relaxation is the direct opposite of control. Relaxation is the body saying, I don't have to fight right now. Then it moves to and trust, because trust is the mind saying, I don't have to carry the whole world. And then it ends with, everything is working out for my highest good, because that is the heart saying, even if I don't understand, I believe there is a larger path. Another reason it works is because it closes the day with a clear choice. A lot of people fall asleep while scrolling, while thinking about problems, while replaying conversations, while stressing about tomorrow. That means the mind goes to sleep in the same energy it carried all day. The day ends the way it began, rushed, tense, heavy. But when you speak this line, you create a clean ending. You close the day with peace. You seal your mind with a softer message. You don't let the last thing be fear. You make the last thing be trust. And spirituality has always taught this in many ways. What you focus on grows. What you repeat becomes a path in the mind. What you believe shapes your experience. This is not about pretending life is perfect. This is about choosing the energy you want to live in. When you say that line, you are choosing an energy. You are choosing calm. You are choosing openness. You are choosing a gentle kind of faith. Even if your life feels messy, even if you don't have answers, even if things are uncertain, you can still choose your inner state. And that choice is power. It's quiet power. It's not loud. It doesn't fight. It doesn't demand. It simply decides, I will not go to bed with fear as my final word. I will go to bed with trust. Over time, this changes you, not in one dramatic moment, but in a steady way that becomes real. You start to wake up with less weight on your chest. You start to feel less rushed. You start to stop chasing peace outside yourself because you are learning to create it within. You start to notice that the more you trust, the more life feels like it meets you halfway. You feel more guided, you feel more supported, you feel less alone with your thoughts. That's why it works, because it's not just a sentence. It's a new pattern. It's a new practice. It's a new way of ending the day. Before you sleep, there is often a moment when the mind tries to grab everything at once. It brings up what you didn't finish. It brings up what you said wrong. It brings up what you should have done. It brings up what might happen tomorrow. It brings up problems that have no answers yet, and it tries to solve them at midnight as if you can think your way into peace. But the truth is, sleep is not the time to fix your life. Sleep is the time to restore your life. And to restore, you must release. Letting go before bed doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you are lazy. It doesn't mean you are ignoring responsibilities. It means you are choosing the right time for things. Some things can be handled tomorrow. Some things can be handled step by step. Some things cannot be forced at all. And when you try to carry everything into bed, you turn rest into another battlefield. So start by noticing what you are holding. What are you gripping in your mind right now? Is it a fear about money? Is it worry about someone you love? Is it uncertainty about the future? Is it regret about the past? Is it pressure to be perfect? Is it the feeling that you are behind? Is it the fear that you might miss your chance? Name it gently, not with shame, not with anger, just with honesty. Then remind yourself of something simple. You do not have to solve this right now to be safe. You do not have to solve this right now to be worthy. You do not have to solve this right now to be okay. Tonight, your job is to rest. Tonight, your job is to soften. Tonight, your job is to release the belief that your mind must stay busy to keep you protected. Letting go can be as simple as saying, not tonight. When a worry shows up, you can say, not tonight. When your mind starts running in circles, you can say, not tonight. When you start replaying something, you can say, not tonight. That one phrase can create a boundary. It tells your mind, this is not the hour for fear. This is the hour for healing. And then you bring in the sentence again, because it is the bridge from worry to trust. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. You are not telling yourself that everything is perfect. You are telling yourself that you are not alone in carrying it. You are telling yourself that life is bigger than your fear. You are telling yourself that there is a path, even if you can't see it yet. Sometimes letting go feels scary because control can feel like a shield, but it's a heavy shield. It blocks pain, but it also blocks peace. And the longer you hold it, the more tired you become. Letting go is like taking off a tight coat that you've worn for too long. At first you might feel exposed, but then you feel relief, you feel space, you feel breath, you feel freedom. And what if the thing you are worried about needs you to rest? What if your best ideas come after sleep? What if clarity comes when you stop forcing it? What if solutions rise when you stop squeezing the problem? This happens so often. People try to force answers in the dark, but answers come in the morning. People try to push through fear at night, but courage returns after rest. This is why letting go before sleep is not weak. It's wise. So give yourself permission to release the day. Release the need to get it all right. Release the pressure to know what happens next. Release the idea that you must carry everything alone. Your body is not meant to hold that much tension while you sleep. Your heart is not meant to stay tight all night. You deserve to rest. If it helps, think of sleep as a sacred reset. The night is a quiet space where healing can happen without effort. But healing needs room. It needs openness. It needs the soft surrender that says, I don't need to fight right now. When you let go, you make room for peace to move through you. You make room for the mind to quiet down. You make room for the heart to feel safe again. And here is something important. You don't have to let go perfectly. Even a small release matters. Even a small breath matters. Even whispering the sentence once, even if your mind still feels busy, matters. Because you are training yourself, you are building a new habit, you are showing your system a new way, one night at a time. So tonight, let it be simple. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, unclench your hands, take a slow breath, and say, like you mean it, I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let those words be the signal to your whole being. The day is done. You can rest now. You can release now. You can be held now. Now that you've started to loosen your grip, let your mind move from thinking into feeling. This is where letting go becomes real, not just an idea, but an experience in your body. Close your eyes if you want, or simply soften your gaze. Take one slow breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine your body sinking a little deeper into the bed, like the bed is supporting you fully, like you don't have to hold yourself up anymore. Imagine that you are holding something heavy in your hands. It can be anything your mind is carrying right now, a worry, a fear, a question, a pressure, a regret, a what if. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to judge it. Just notice that it has weight. Notice how long you've been holding it. Notice how tired your hands feel from carrying it so tightly. Now imagine there is a soft light in front of you. Not a bright, sharp light. A gentle light, warm and calm. It feels safe, like comfort, like a quiet kind of love. This light is not asking you to prove anything. It's not demanding answers. It's simply there, steady and kind, and you can place the weight into this light. So, in your mind, slowly open your hands. Let the heavy thing leave your grip. Let it drop into that soft light. And as it touches the light, imagine it becoming lighter. Not because it magically disappears, but because it is no longer sitting inside your body. It is no longer pressing on your chest. It is no longer tightening your throat. It is simply being held by something bigger than your fear. Breathe out again and feel the space in your hands now that they are empty. Feel how your fingers can relax. Feel how your shoulders can drop. Feel how your jaw can soften. This is what surrender feels like. It feels like your body finally gets to stop bracing. It feels like a quiet yes to rest. Now imagine the same soft light moving gently around your whole body like a warm blanket. It wraps around your shoulders, it covers your chest, It supports your back. It softens your belly. It relaxes your legs. This light is not rushing you. It is not pulling you forward. It is simply holding you, reminding you that you are safe enough to sleep, safe enough to stop thinking for a while, safe enough to let the night do what it is meant to do, restore you. And in this warm holding, whisper the sentence again, slowly. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let the words blend with the feeling. Let them match the warmth in your body. Let them become the truth you rest inside. You don't have to force trust. You only have to practice it gently, like this, one breath at a time. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Bring it back without anger. Bring it back without judging yourself. Just return to the light. Return to the feeling of being held. Return to the idea that you are allowed to rest, even with unanswered questions, because the point is not perfect focus. The point is softness. The point is release. The point is giving yourself a moment of peace before sleep so you don't carry the whole world into your dreams. Now let's deepen this, because repetition is powerful. Repetition is like steady rain on dry soil. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It simply needs to be consistent. When you repeat a calm message, your mind starts to follow it. Your body starts to respond to it. Your heart starts to relax into it. And the more you repeat it with a gentle tone, the more your inner world begins to trust it. Say the main line again, softly. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Pause for a moment after you say it. Let your body respond. Notice if you feel a little calmer. Notice if the tightness in your chest eases even slightly. Notice if your breathing becomes slower. Now add one supporting line that strengthens the feeling of safety. I am safe to rest now. This matters because so many people go to sleep with the feeling that they must stay alert. Like rest is risky, like letting go means something bad will happen. But rest is not risky. Rest is healing. Rest is wisdom. Rest is how your body repairs, your mind resets, and your heart softens. So say it again. I am safe to rest now. And then return to the main line. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Notice how these two lines work together. One tells your body it can relax. The other tells your mind it can stop trying to control. Together they create a new ending to your day, a peaceful ending, a clean ending. Instead of going to bed in fear, you go to bed in trust. Now repeat the two lines once more, and this time say them like you're speaking to someone you love. Because you are. You are speaking to your own heart. You are speaking to your own nervous system. You are speaking to the part of you that has been trying so hard for so long. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. I am safe to rest now. If your mind tries to fight it, don't argue. If it says, but what if it doesn't work out? Don't wrestle with that thought. Just return to the loop. Return to the softness. Return to the calm message. Repetition is not about convincing your mind with logic. It's about soothing your system with safety. Sometimes people think, if I say affirmations and I still feel anxious, then it's not working. But that is not true. If you still feel anxious, it simply means your system needs more gentleness, more repetition, more time. Anxiety is often a habit of the body, not just the mind, and habits change through steady practice, not through one perfect moment. So keep it simple, keep it kind, keep it slow. Repeat the lines until you feel your body start to drop into rest, until your breathing settles, until your shoulders loosen, until your thoughts slow down, because the goal is not to force yourself to believe. The goal is to guide yourself into peace. And peace grows when you stop pushing and start allowing. Let this be easy. The most powerful practices are often the simplest ones. You don't need a long routine. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need a small habit you can actually repeat every night. Because what changes your life is not what you do once in a while. It's what you do often. Here is a simple night practice you can use whenever you are ready to sleep. First, take 3 slow breaths. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Each exhale is your signal to release the day. If it helps, imagine the day leaving your body with your breath, like you are emptying out the stress, like you are creating space for rest. Second, place one hand over your heart or on your chest or on your belly, anywhere that feels comforting. This is not a rule. It's just a way to bring warmth to yourself, a way to tell your body, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm taking care of you. Third, say the main line 3 times, slowly. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. After each time you say it, pause for a moment. Feel the words. Let them settle. Don't rush to the next one. Let your body absorb the message. Then say the supporting line once. I am safe to rest now. That's it. That's the practice. It can take less than a minute, but the effect can be deep because it changes the energy you fall asleep in. Now here's the important part. If your mind starts listing problems after you do this, don't panic. That is normal. Minds love to talk. Minds love to plan. Minds love to worry. When that happens, you don't have to jump into the thoughts. You can simply return to the practice again. You can whisper the main line one more time, or you can repeat the words, I relax, on the exhale, or you can say, not tonight, anything that brings you back to softness. This night practice is not meant to control life. It is meant to release control. It is meant to stop the habit of going to bed with tension as your final state. It is meant to help you end the day with peace, even if the day was hard. And over time, it becomes like training your inner world to trust. You start to feel that bedtime is not a place where fear grows. Bedtime becomes a place where fear melts, a place where you put things down, a place where you stop carrying the future for a while. You might even notice that problems feel smaller in the morning, not because they disappeared, but because you are rested. You are calmer. You have more space inside you. And when you have space, you can think clearly. You can respond instead of react. You can choose instead of panic. So commit to this for a few nights, then a few more. Not as a test, but as care. Like brushing your teeth, like drinking water, like something simple you do because it supports you. The night is not asking you to be perfect. The night is asking you to rest, and this practice is one of the gentlest ways to help you do that. Before you fully drift off, let the ending of your day be soft. Let it be peaceful. Let it be kind. You don't need to chase peace. You can choose it right here, right now, with your breath, with your words, with your attention. Take one slow breath in through your nose. Hold it for just a moment, and breathe out like you are releasing the last bit of effort from the day. Let your shoulders drop. Let your forehead soften. Let your tongue rest. Let your hands be loose. Let your body know it can stop working. Now remind yourself of something simple. You do not have to solve your whole life tonight. You do not have to know exactly what happens next. You do not have to force answers out of fear. You only have to rest. Because rest is not giving up. Rest is preparing. Rest is restoring. Rest is making space for clarity to rise. Bring your attention to gratitude, even if it's small. Gratitude doesn't mean everything was good today. It means you can find one thing that is still okay, one thing that still holds you, one thing that still gives you a little warmth. You can be grateful for your bed, for your breath, for the fact that you made it through the day, for the fact that you are trying, for the fact that you are here, choosing peace. Even if you can't feel a big wave of gratitude, you can still whisper it gently, like a seed. Say softly, "Thank you for guiding me." Say softly, "Thank you for carrying me." Say softly, "Thank you for helping me trust." Then return one final time to the main line, the sentence you are planting into sleep. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let that be the last message. Let it be the last note. Like a calm song that fades into quiet, let your mind settle into it without effort. And if you wake up during the night, you can use it again. If you feel your mind starting to spin, you can repeat it once or twice. This is not only for falling asleep, it's for returning to peace whenever you drift away from it, because you are allowed to be human. You are allowed to have worries. You are allowed to feel uncertain, but you are also allowed to rest. You are allowed to trust. You are allowed to stop gripping life for a few hours and let sleep do its work. The shocking part is not that life changes overnight in a loud, dramatic way. The shocking part is how fast your inner world can soften when you stop feeding it fear before sleep. The shocking part is how quickly your body can relax when it hears safety. The shocking part is how much lighter you can feel in the morning when you choose trust as your final message at night. This one sentence is small, but it is a doorway. It is a way of saying, I don't have to carry everything alone. It is a way of saying, I can rest even if I don't have answers yet. It is a way of saying, I am willing to believe that life is guiding me. When you say it night after night, you are not just repeating words. You are building a new habit of peace. You are training your mind to release control. You are teaching your body that rest is safe. You are opening your heart to the idea that good can come without you forcing it. And that is spiritual power in its simplest form. Not pushing, not chasing, not gripping, but allowing. So tonight, let the day end softly. Let your hands unclench. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath slow. Place your hand over your heart and whisper the line like a promise you can lean on. I relax and trust that everything is working out for my highest good.